Hey everybody, it is your friend Mr. Topo here, and this weekend I spent some time watching some movies, some French horror films that were recommended to me because they were very gory, and I was told they were both very good. Both of these films were recently released on DVD over here in the States, and basically, what I want to do in this review is I want to keep who's ever watching this as far away from both of these movies as humanly possible. To say they're both very bad and a waste of your time is kind of like saying the Holocaust was kind of bad for the Jewish people. These movies are goddamn terrible. So let me get into it. I just finished a movie called Inside. I don't know what the French translation is, but it's a movie about a pregnant woman that gets into a car accident, and then she goes home, and then she's terrorized by this woman that breaks into her house. Hope you didn't want any more plot than that, because that's all you're going to get. There's no spoiler warnings here. That's literally all you get. And the entire movie is the pregnant woman and this other woman that's stalking her kind of exchanging blows, and her getting stabbed and cut and locking herself into a bathroom while random people walk into their house and or walk into her house and get killed by the stalker woman in various retarded ways. I mean, horror movies aren't known for their logic. In most horror movies, you have that whole thing where you know, people are scared or they're caught by surprise, so they do illogical things. But this movie is just, it's ridiculous. This woman, this intruder who's like, you know, 5'9" and 102 pounds soaking wet, she manages in the film to kill 3 cops. And and at one point, the one cop discovers all these other dead bodies while he's investigating the house. At no time does he decide to call in backup. But it just goes on, and the final revelation of why this woman is trying to get her baby is ridiculous. Basically, she's just trying to get her baby. That's it. She wants to cut her baby out and have her baby. And the movie is just retardedly stupid. There is some good gore, and if you want to see a movie where a woman performs a frontier C-section with a pair of scissors, then this is your movie. I'm all for gore. I love it. I love the gorier, the fucking more disgusting, the better. But there's got to be something that keeps you into the movie. There's nothing in this film. It's just boring. I was fast-forwarding through the last quarter of it. And the best part, and again, none of you are ever going to see this. I don't even know why I'm making this review. This is probably the first any of you have ever heard of this movie. There's actually a scene where I'm pretty sure one of the cops that you think is killed at the very end of the movie becomes a zombie and tries to kill the pregnant woman. I'm not making this up. His eyes are gouged out, and he lunges at the woman. I just went on IMDb to see what people thought, and the director apparently says he's brain damaged. So I guess people can get shot in the head and come back as zombies. I didn't know this. This is news to me. But the movie is it's just goddamn horribly retarded. So stay the hell away from Inside, please. Inside, stay away from it. Now, the next movie that I watched the night before, which would be last night, is a movie called Martyrs. And the reason I wanted to watch this movie is because the guy that directed this movie is directing the Hellraiser remake. Ugh, not happy about them making a remake, but I was told that Martyrs is very violent, has very good tone, and that if anyone should be able to remake Hellraiser, it should be this guy. Real quick about Martyrs. Martyrs is a story about this little girl that is tortured for some reason, and then she escapes. And the funny thing is, she's supposed to be a little girl. She's supposed to be like 8 years old, but the girl they get to play her as a little girl looks like she's 17. So when they fast forward 15 years in the future, it looks like she's aged about 3 years. I mean, I know you can't show like an 8-year-old girl getting brutalized, but it's a little distracting. But anyway, so girl's tortured, yada yada yada. You fast forward to the future where she's now like she has like a home invasion of these people. This like normal, what you think is a normal family. She just blows them all away. She shotgun blasts the hell out of all of them, and then God, it's just then like you see that she's like haunted by this like very Ring-esque like woman that's got, or like she looks like a deformed like monster woman who's got like scratches all over her, and she like scratches at her back. And then it turns out that they're like under this house there's this like death cult that like they brutalized. The whole reason they like tortured this girl to begin with is because they want to torture women to the point where they almost die so they see life on the other side. Okay? But this movie, Martyrs, it's just like, it tries to be artsy and intellectual, but all it is another fucking Saw movie that's just, it's more brutal. It's just repetitive. The last quarter of the movie is you just watch this girl, you know, in a chair with a bucket to piss in, getting beat up and eating food she doesn't want to eat, then getting beat up over and over and over again. I kid you not. They go through this sequence of her pissing, getting beat up, eating, getting her hair cut. It happens like 4 times in a cycle. Like they do it once, then they go back, and they do it again. Like I felt tortured watching this. It's like it goes on for a half hour. It's just boring. You're like, what the hell are they going to get to? And I guess the director was trying to like really put the audience and make them feel uncomfortable, but it's just boring. It's not uncomfortable. It doesn't confront the audience with a problem or some kind of moral dilemma by watching this. It's just boring. And the final thing that they do to this girl is that they skin her alive. That's like her final you know, transcendence into this into martyrdom or whatever. But does all the things that I just said sound like a really convoluted mess? Because that's exactly what it is. It's like 6 movies that they tried to squeeze into one movie, and it just comes out as a big fucking pile of shit, French shit. So yeah, no, again, I just needed to get my thoughts out. I probably shouldn't even made this video, because again, these aren't movies that any of you are going to see. But I just hope that I can steer some of you away when you're at Blockbuster or when you're looking on Netflix and you're like, oh, that looks interesting. And they might even, like, if you get like a good French brutal movie like Irreversible, they might even have it in like the recommended section, because they're like, oh, you're fucked up, you like really gross fucked up movies, you'll probably like these. No. So this was a cautionary tale. Please, 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 please stay away from the movie Martyrs and the movie Inside. If you want gory, horrible movies, you can always email me or leave me comments, and I will give you suggestions on better quality gore fests that you'll enjoy. So have a good night. Again, none of you probably even watched this one, so. But enjoy. Have a good night. Thanks. Bye-bye.